and a multitude of other skills to this clandestine military force. A few talented U.S. Air Force Special Tactics commandos and several top-secret tactical signal interceptors rounded out the eclectic group of brave souls who ventured into Afghanistan as that cold winter closed in, far from home, far from help. We all would join to lay a modern siege of epic proportions. Inside one big-ass mountain range called Tora Bora, we went up against bin Laden and his seemingly impenetrable cave sanctuary, burrowed deep inside the Spin Ghar Mountains. Over the years, since the battle ended, scores of news stories have surfaced offering tidbits of information about what actually happened in Tora Bora. Roughly 75% are complete conjecture and speculation, barstool rumors, and I know a guy who was there war stories. But as time passes, these skewed stories of events may become historically accepted as factual information. If no one sets the record straight, such yarns may someday grace the pages of student textbooks. Unchallenged, a lie often becomes history. Fantastic and exciting stuff, but utter hogwash. Trumped-up fantasy and fiction. I've scrutinized hundreds of stories containing even the slightest hint about bin Laden's status or the battle, and few reveal anything worthwhile. The media reports were sketchy because the media was not where the action was. But the public does not generally care if the story is accurate or not, since news has become entwined with entertainment. The same public pushes the demand for information and seeks vicarious thrills, wanting to be thrown into a world of mystery, intrigue, action, and uncertainty, to experience a place where bravery and sacrifice carry the day, but also a sanitized place where nobody has to get hurt, no pain is felt, no blood is spilled. The high peaks of Tora Bora provided a fantasy backdrop for dozens of reporters who camped in the foothills a few miles from the front lines, perched upon an odd place we called Press Pool Ridge. Because the time-sensitive story submitted via satellite phone secured their next paycheck, scrutiny and accuracy were sometimes sacrificed in order to soothe an excitement-starved general public. After all, who was to say what exactly happened at Tora Bora, particularly if a television camera wasn't present? Afghan warlords fed the press frequent briefings, and the very, very few people who might challenge whatever was reported would not talk to the media. Delta and the SBS avoided the press. British newspaper writer Bruce Anderson penned my favorite story in a February 2002 edition of the London Spectator. His account provided significant impetus and motivation for my literary attempt to tell the true story. Although his article was full of international intrigue, shadow warrior mystery, and cries of rival elite counter-terror units, it also fell far short of the truth on several counts. Anderson claims an undisclosed member of the SAS, Britain's famed Special Air Service commandos, shared the information that the American Delta Force wanted to kill bin Laden, that Delta fought in Tora Bora, and that 2 squadrons of 22 SAS commandos, roughly 130 men, fought alongside them. American author Robin Moore made the same claim in The Hunt for bin Laden. See how an error grows? Well, they got it half right. Yes, Delta was there, but those large SAS squadrons were not. It was a group of 12 brave members of the British Special Boat Service, or SBS, men equal to America's most skilled Navy SEALs, who ventured into Al-Qaeda's formidable stronghold alongside Delta. Each of us, to a man, American and British alike, wanted to take the final shot, to drop the most wanted man alive with a single bullet, or at least be witness to our mate's skill of arms and accuracy. Finally, and something I hope to sufficiently explain, America's generals were not alone in losing this one. The generals provided the game land, but it was Delta's responsibility to develop a hunting strategy that would harvest the trophy buck. Since this particular trophy buck eventually eluded his hunters and got away, the questioning about why and how quickly surfaced among scholars, military strategists, politicians, and the public. The Monday morning